Beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of Conversations Unleashed. What's up, y'all? Happy 2026. Come on, do me a favor. Give yourselves a round of applause for 2026. Here we go. Yes, we love this. I am so glad that y'all are here. It makes my heart really excited about this opportunity to even just have a chance to just come and chat with y'all at the beginning of this year. Thank you so much for your love, your support. I thank you for listening on YouTube, listening on Apple, Spotify. We are back. And I want to thank you all because I want to let you know that things will be changing a little bit, and I'm explaining to you really quickly in 30 seconds, right? So here's the thing. Normally the podcast episode will come out on Mondays, but I will work on Sundays. And this year I'm trying to be more intentional, which ties to my word on resting, right? So I want to make sure I observe the Sabbath on Sunday. So what's going to happen is you're going to get these episodes, even though it's Wednesday, you'll get this type of episode on a Tuesday, right? And then you will have the Wednesday briefing with Bonner that's coming out this year. And also you will have the Always Anonymous when people submit things about what's going on, right? To protect their confidentiality. So I'm really excited about this, and today's episode is going to be good because I want to make sure that we tackle something that's really good and important and potent, but I want to give you some encouragement as I'm encouraging myself. All right, so let's get into this and let's have some fun. Let's go. So as you can see, we have a whole production and stuff that's happening now. Can we please just clap it up for this finally getting it done? I'm super excited. If you didn't clap, shout out to you. Okay, we're booing you off the gate. You bringing that negativity into 2026. Hey, y'all, I'm really proud of y'all. A lot of y'all took the time to send me your word and stuff for the year. Shout out to Don. Shout out to Jasmine. Shout out to my girl Parks. You know what I'm saying? Up in North Carolina. Some of y'all gave me some really good words. And I thank y'all for participating. My word this year is going to be the word abundance. And I'll give you more context on that soon in the episode. But let's talk about today. Today's episode is called Start Now and Adjust Along the Way. Start now and adjust along the way. How I'm going to do this is I'm going to break it up into three different paradigms, three different areas of how I'm doing this in my own life, because I think transparency is important. For example, I've been a professional keynote speaker for 7 years. I've been speaking for 9 years. All right. My first speech was in Perquimans County, North Carolina in 2015 when I was going through my divorce. Right. But if you look on Premier Speaker's website, where they also represent Deion Sanders and Tim Tebow and Kim Bearden and Ron Clark and so many other people, Mel Robbins, people will look at that and I recognize the journey. One of the things I love about this podcast is that it's documenting not only just my life, but the journey of how I'm trying to get better along with you. That's why it's called Rising Together. I want anyone that listens to this podcast, I want you to rise along with me, because I don't want to be the same person I was last year. I want to be better. And let's just go ahead and clap it up that 2025 is over, because I don't know. Hey, 2025 stretched us tremendously, but look at us. We're here. So let's get into this. If you did not know, I was a college basketball player. And it didn't pan out well. And I can write a whole story on that. But one of the things I want to say is, everyone, that I've been trying my best to get back in shape. Mr. Bonner, I'm turning 36 years old this year. Y'all, I'm getting up there, right? And what's happening is I recognize it's important for me to move my body and get those muscles and stuff moving, because what they say, you lose it if you don't use it, right? So Tuesday morning, I decided, it's the new year. I'm about to get out there, baby, and I'm about to start working out. I know everybody's pulled up. I know the gym is packed, but for me in my house, I'm going to start working out. So y'all, I ran around my neighborhood, and let me tell you something. By the end, 3/4 of the mile, I'm out here breathing heavy. And when I'm done, I start to check my watch to see my time. And my time was around 9 minutes and 7 seconds. And I don't know what it is about the human mind, but it is fascinating how we are attracted to just automatically going negative first. Because the first thing that came to my mind was, dang, My boy used to run a mile in 5 minutes and 30 seconds to 6 minutes. Y'all, that was when I was 18 years old. I'm not 18 anymore. And what that thing taught me was it's 9 minutes right now. That 9 minutes can become 7 minutes next month. It can become 6 minutes if I really wanted to get back into that mode again. And I'm giving you that in transparency of, y'all, I have to stay in shape. I work at a school where you're constantly in front of a camera. Constantly on stage. People want to take selfies. I work with companies. You got to submit photos for your deliverables. I can't be out here puffy cheeks and everything. So I think the most important thing to recognize in that is at least I started, and I will adjust along the way. Here's another good example. The classroom. I am still a classroom teacher. I love being a classroom teacher. The day I stopped being a classroom teacher is because someone or God removed me from the classroom. Either God plucks me out of the classroom or someone systematically does something that pushes me and forces me out of the classroom. And we avoided that in North Carolina. I'll tell you about that in my book when I turn 40. But I love being in my classroom. I love being at the Ron Clark Academy. I love teaching those kids. The joy that they give me is incredible. And one of the things that I want to say is, because we have so many teachers that come and watch us every week, every year, you have to make sure your lessons are better. You have to make sure your lessons are informative, exciting, engaging. And y'all, I teach reading and social studies, but I get observed for reading. And the unique thing about that is making reading exciting while somebody is watching it is pretty difficult at times. So one of the things that I want to do is I try to create something new. And I don't know if you've seen the YouTube channel. It's called Jubilee, where there's one person in the middle and they have to debate and have discourse against everyone around them. I brought that into my classroom one EXP. And EXP is a day where people come and watch us teach. And y'all, it was so cool because what I recognized is that the teachers were loving it. I was loving it. And what happened is I started something new. I tried something new. And it was so cool to see. And the thing is, the kids loved it. They went home explaining to their parents what happened. Parents were emailing me about how their child enjoyed it. But what I recognized was this as well, everybody, is it'll get better along the way. And I don't know what it will do. The idea will do, the DMC, destroy my claim. I don't know what the activity with the reading will do outside of helping them cite evidence, outside of helping them have some type of confidence when they're speaking. All those things matter. But at least I started. And we will see where that goes, right? We'll see where that goes. But last but not least, professional realm for me, right? I think it's important because let's be transparent. Let's be vulnerable. Let's get into this. What I have discovered, everyone, is this. Sometimes in life, things don't pan out the way you thought it would pan out, but it doesn't mean that it still can't be great. I say that because God has been so good to me in the sense of there's only 1% of black men in education. Okay. So when I went to Ellen's show the first time, the second time, the third time, when I started working with these companies and raising money for teachers, I thought there would be an exuberance of people, whether from schools, from back home, or et cetera, that will want to work together to see how can we bless teachers, right? And y'all, thank God for some major companies that have helped me, whether it's, they're paying me to be an influencer, or the people that invited me to speak, I've siphoned those funds to teachers. But I wanted to say that because I know a lot of you are believing for powerful things to happen, and it may not work out the way that you want it to happen, but I still think it'll work out in a powerful way. Because what happened is in 2017, 2018, I know what it's like to be a teacher in that classroom where you don't have resources. You're trying to get a teacher to help a child learn how to read, but they don't even have enough paper or pencils or crayons or even up-to-date culturally responsive books to help guide the kids, or even books kids want to read. So what I started to do in 2017 and 2018 was I used Donors Choose, and I would give to teachers that way. And at least I started. Right now, that has graduated from that to a Donors Advised Fund, right? And now working with companies annually, right? And now I'm hoping to take it up another level. But the summation of this podcast today and on this Wednesday, the hump day, where people, they try to find the motivation to push forward, is this, y'all. Just start. And it will not be perfect. It will not be what you think it is. I cringe now looking at my first speech. Maybe I'll post it one day. I cringe now looking at my first speech because I didn't even have on a shirt and tie. But then the first professional speech, I had on this gray suit and pants, everyone. And if you saw me speaking, you probably saw me wear that a lot because that's all I had, right? I didn't have the nice suits I have now, but at least I started. And at the beginning of 2026, I want to applaud you if you are starting. And then you'll adjust along the way. Even with this podcast, I thank every single last one of y'all for listening. I can't thank you enough because this is an idea that I didn't start for myself. I'm not making any money from this podcast. So I do it because it's cool to just meet y'all in person and just to encourage y'all with some love and a smile because we all need that. But let me give you some stats about the podcast and why I'm proud of me and why it's important to just start. I found this out, everybody. It says this, 44 to 47% of podcasts stop after 3 or fewer episodes. Okay. That's almost half just stop. They quit, right? Only 8 to 9% of podcasts reach over 50 episodes. All right. Only about 32 to 36% of podcasts have published 10 or more episodes, and 80% of podcasts don't survive the first 10 episodes, right? So, y'all, we are outliers here at the Conversations Unleashed. Let's go and give ourselves a round of applause today. Let's go. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Hey, I'm proud of me. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of us. What I would say is this. For January, what I want you to focus on is just starting. For January, what I have done, and maybe I'll do that next episode, I have my goals for this year. I have my words for this year, but this year I did something different. I created systems to go with my goals. So what I will do is next episode, and I may just do it next week. I know this is bi-weekly, but I know a lot of you appreciate the visuals, especially on YouTube and stuff. What I'll do is I will modify my goals because some things are personal and private to me. And I will walk you through on the podcast, whether you want to listen to it in the car or watch it on YouTube, of how I'm attaching systems to goals, right? So I can therefore make my life better by December, right? I don't believe that everything this year is going to be perfect, but I do believe this year is going to be better than what we have experienced. And what I just want you to do, just focus on this week, the first official week of 2026 with me. Listen, just start now and adjust along the way. I don't care if you walk in the gym on a treadmill on speed of 2, start. I don't care if you created a budget and you say your goal was to save money this year and you only saved $20 this week or this month, start. I don't care if your relationship has been failing and you're like, you know what, I'm trying to get better. And y'all do a sit down of 5 minutes where you have no phones, no distractions, and you try to build your intimacy and communication. Start. I don't care if you're trying to invest more in the stock market and you only got this $5 to give towards your Cash App. Start. The goal of the matter is the goal, everybody, for January is I want us all to get this mindset of let's just start. And if you can start, you can make it happen. All right. Listen, I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all so much. The slogan is still legacy over likes. But what we're going to do with this new setup and new production is we're going to make sure that we make things just 1,000 times better. We want to make things 1,000 times better. And from there, I think so much is going to improve. So have a great rest of your week. I know it's Wednesday, but it will be better. Trust it, it's going to be better. We're going to start speaking things that are going to be better. And 2026 is going to be one of the most powerful years ever. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. And I will therefore talk to you soon. Take care of yourself and have a great day and a great week. Peace.